You want me to turn up the music?
I'm a stranger to the rules. Not too late to rewire. Tell me what should I do? Want you to take me higher. Take me higher. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look where we are now. Haven't you seen? We played our hearts out to find some relief. I don't wanna calm down. I just wanna be with nobody else now. I just wanna leave. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me
All right, all right. What's up, y'all? Morning, morning. So what's up, y'all? I'm doing this stream here to be very concise about the difference in all concepts. Again, except Bookmap, because Bookmap doesn't work. So this drawing you see here, we knew that it would sort of work out this way. One, because of what we often, trade with, but two, because of noticing things that go alongside the things that we trade. So the very first thing I want to address is that I was watching this African guy. I don't know what his name is. I have no idea who he is. I can't even remember the video. I'll probably try to find the video and post it to the group as well as Twitter as well. But I was watching this African guy, and he said that he was teaching ICT concepts made simple. ICT concepts made simple. Hey, Mikey, what's up? What's up, baby? What's up? Hey, I want to tell you, your boy Tyler is soft. I don't really take recommendations of people who ask me to open my group and make exceptions for people. And, unfortunately, I broke my rules and did it again. But your boy Tyler's a softie. I just need to let you know that. He was explaining ICT concepts, right? And he mentioned how it was a simplified version of it. And, whenever you see those Whenever you see those videos, you automatically think clickbait, scam, all of the other stuff. But what I tend to do is spend my Saturdays watching the week that has passed in review. So I watch all of the streamers. I look at just everything that has occurred throughout the week, even on the different pairs, and So I clicked on this one guy's video. He was showing ICT's concepts on binary options. African guy named, you mean Saint Kish, TCM? He's not African, he's Jamaican. So get it right. I was watching him, and he was showing on binary options, he was showing what I saw as market structure on the way down, right? Like this, right? And he was on the lower time frames doing that. So let me just make this look a little better so my OCD doesn't, So what he said was, as we see price, actually let me just make this here. Something like that. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's fine. So let's call this a high here. Come on. Let's call this an old high right here, right at that red line. What he was explaining was that when price took out that old high and it traded to this low right here, he said each time, and this is far better than any of the ICT streamers or teachers or whoever it is that has ever explained it. I just learned today from a couple ICT charter students, we got quite a bit of them in the group, that this is something that ICT has taught and explained many times. But for us, it's market structure, right? Break below the old low, put in a high, put in a high and low again, high and low again, right? And we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we often see, price reverse on, 4 to 6 and trade higher, right? So that's us that's in there. We don't really have to consider that because we teach that on the channel already. So what he mentioned was every time you see a low taken like this, he talked about price. He mentioned rebalancing to a fair value gap. So you have this low into this high that took out the inducement after an old high was taken, right? And it's essentially going down to the sell side, right? So he talked about it rebalancing into an FVG. It trades below the old low, goes back into the FVG. So the same thing happens again. Trades below the old low, goes back into an FVG, right? Trades below the old low, back in the FVG, trades below the low, back to the FVG, right? We all understand that, especially some of you guys that have come from ICT concepts. And then bam, we hit sell sign. Let me just put that there. So for us, we're aware, previous range, previous range, previous range, previous range. We don't have to go over that. But when he explained this, he was doing it live on something that people call a scam, binary options, which is not a scam. You just don't know how to trade it. And that's for most things that you would even call a scam. You cry manipulation when it's just that you don't know how to trade it. So it's taking old lows, rebalancing into FVGs, right? So in terms of market structure, it's a series of highs and lows, or lower highs and lower lows heading down, right? So with that understanding of knowing that price does this, and with us not needing to use ICT concepts, we don't use it at all. We don't care about FUGs, none of that. We already got past that stuff. We don't even use imbalances. We don't look at them. We don't even want to see them. But what the understanding of this is that this is keeping structure intact, right? Until we take out the old low, right? And then you see a move going back into that range. But what happens here? Oftentimes when we take out that old low, y'all remember? Y'all remember what I teach? We end up getting accumulation, right? So we see the accumulation occur, which drives us down into the manipulation, and then you see a distribution coming out. This oftentimes is what people are getting cooked up in, trying to trade that with no knowledge of how to trade it, because it's entirely tradable, but you just don't have the knowledge to trade it. So when we get into that low and we begin to consolidate and we manipulate lower and trade higher, what did he end up calling that? There's another portion of his concepts, right, where they call it the accumulation, the manipulation. Trust me, I do not care what color these boxes are supposed to be. I don't trade ICT. And the distribution, right? And that distribution, you could anticipate running the old high up above, right? Going back to run buy side and taking out what they call low resistance liquidity run, all that other, jazz that they put in there. Let me just move some of this stuff so it doesn't look as messy. Actually, let me make sure I don't delete everything. So the thing that a lot of people do not understand is that, I forgot. I gotta, FVG, OMG, and then trade higher, right? The thing that a lot of people do not pay attention to within this particular construct here is, one, when we're trending versus when we're ranging, right? Two different environments. This can happen on the 4-hour time frame. This can be 4-hour highs and lows that we have here, right? 4-hour highs and lows. This could be on the 1 minute. This could be 1 minute highs and lows. This could be on the weekly highs and lows. Doesn't matter what time frame it's on. It matters about what's occurring. So what we end up having is this accumulation. And on days where we have accumulation, this is where a lot of people getting cooked up. Oh, it's seek and destroy. Don't trade it. It's garbage PA, because you saw some little tiny imbalance open up inside of here. And that tiny imbalance, you were supposed to be able to take that imbalance and then begin the move higher. And then you shift it to break even and you watch it go lower. And then you end up taking an imbalance inside of here and you want it to go down to sell side and end up trading up above into your stop loss there. And then you saw it trade higher and then you wanted to go into your OTE here and you end up getting OTE'd it back below because you thought it was supposed to trade higher there. That's the days where you're creating this understanding or this idea that price is supposed to go higher or is supposed to go lower. we're bullish, no, we're bearish, no, we're bullish, no, we're bearish, no, we're bullish, no, we're bearish, no, we're bullish, no, we're bearish. Back and forth. Hop, skipping and jumping in your bias like Joey G, Powerful Joe G, or whatever you call weak sauce Joe G, Mighty Joe Young, whatever you want to call him. You just flipping your bias. Oh, you got to know when to change the bias. No, that sounds like buffoonery. You need to understand what price is doing and when it is doing it and how it looks. So we have this, right? Now, one thing that the ICT traders love to do is trash other concepts. Trash them. The only concept I trash is Bookmap. That's it. Nothing else. But they love to trash other concepts. So here goes the other concepts getting thrown into the mix. Now you have the support and resistance guys who are saying, well, it's just repackaged resistance turns support. You know, they in here and they back up here. And it's just going to the next level of resistance after it finds the support. And the ICT traders go, well, when we take out this old high up above, right? Take out that old high. We're looking for price to rebalance back into an FVG. That could be in the form of a breaker to the left and price higher, right? And the support and resistance guys are saying, well, it's just a break above the resistance and then it turned into support. And then it's going for the other, it's going for the other level of, and guess what? The guys that want to be right about all of this and all of that 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 and all of that, they make no money overcomplicating it. $0. Because you have to wait for the 830 kill zone within the orbital construct of the vertex, and then after it has formed, then you should be targeting with the smallest stop possible, and you getting stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out. Then you flip your bias, and now you're getting stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out, stopped out. Right? Stopped out a little more. And now you went and got a little bit of profit within there. And you showing on Twitter how you call the whole move up. You caught the whole thing, yeah. Oh, I forgot. My bad. Wait, I forgot. We forgot. How could we forget? How could we gotta leave a purple line. No, maybe brown. We gotta put a brown line there. We forgot all about that. Because we have the toilet soup that's down below here that act like they reinvented the whole market and now it unlocks the market. We forgot about that. The toilet soup that you got below here. So from toilet soup to toilet soup, oh, take profit at the 50% of the range because it could reprice higher, and it's the toilet soup in here, back to go higher. You got all of these different things in here. You got the channel traders, who the channel traders are saying, yeah, well, price is just moving into a channel, and then it breaks out of the extreme of the channel, and then it goes back up to take out the high of the channel there. You got the people who are trading these. Let me change up some of the colors here. You got the people who are trading these wedge patterns, triangle patterns, you know, all these different things. Let me just get them in there. I want to get everybody in there. Trading that pattern there, the formation of it, the break and retest of it. You got the trend line guys in here. You know, they in there too. You know, let me make a spot for them because you shout out to the trend line guys. I know it's tough trying to time that. So get the trend line guys in the green. The break up above the trend line. It's a false break. All right, it was a false break, guys. False break. The next one is good. Next one, they get it. Fine. They took 2 entries, lost on the first one, got the second one. So you have everybody in this dynamic here arguing and saying who is right and who is not. And the person that's worth listening to, right, is not the person that knows all of this, or knows the ICT part of it, or knows the trend line part of it, or knows the triangle pattern part of it, or knows the sort of support and resistance part of it, or knows the DTFX zones part of it, or whatever it is. That's not the person you listen to. The person you listen to is the person being able to time when to get in and extract. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Wait, hold up. I forgot somebody. In here. Hold up. I cannot be disrespectful. We have Dodgy with his inverse fair value gap. We can't forget him. He's in there as well. But all of these things occurring, and people are on social media arguing about what is the correct way that the market actually moves, when you could make money in all of these ways here. Every single way possible. You even got market maker sell model, into market maker buy model, all that other stuff in there. You have everything here. And everybody knows the encyclopedia of every single concept here that exists, and cannot pull a single dollar out of the market. Because what? No matter what it is, oh my gosh, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I forgot. I forgot the OTE guys, my bad. Can't forget about them. And then let's say this is just make it red. Make a brighter hue of red. Because my man Profitable Losers in there. Can't forget about that. All of these different things are here. All of these different things are here. And the market moves in every single way possible in here, right? Every single concept we watch occurring here, the market does it. The market does it. And that's with and without time. With and without time. With and without time, it does this. So, when the market moves in this fashion, there's plenty of people who have the opportunity to make money utilizing any part of these concepts that they choose. So you can put Elliott Wave in there. You can put Wyckoff in there. You can put Gann theory in there. You can put the soup traders, the turtle. Sorry, not the soup traders. We already got them in toilet soup. You can put the turtle traders in there. You know, during that time, you can put the market structure straight traders in there. You can put any trader you want in this dynamic. And they all have the opportunity to make money. And the people who know the ins and outs of every single bit of this can walk away with nothing. Can walk away not being able to take a single dollar out of the market. Why? Because they've mastered these concepts and the way they look in hindsight. But as it's occurring, they have not mastered themselves. They sell low and they buy high. They remove their stop loss. They are greedy. They want to be right about what's occurring rather than making money. And they come on Twitter and they attack everybody for what they know is occurring, and it's this and it's that, and look at him, he was wrong, and he... The loudest people in there make $0. And that's why they have all that time to just be out there clacking their mouth. $0. While all of it is occurring, ICT concepts work, DTFX concepts work, toilet soup concepts work after you've been stopped out 500 times. The SMC concepts work. Dude, whatever it is that's there, support and resistance works. Market structure works. All of it. Every bit of it. And for the ones I haven't even named, they all work. But guess who doesn't work? You. You are the one that doesn't work. You can't master yourself. You can't see your setup, take your setup, exit the market profitably, and show back up the next day to do it again. Why? Because you need the Instagram worthy shot. You need to be right about where it's going. When this is a market that's not even designed for your wealth status. I'm not going to call you broke. The status of wealth you have. Not even designed for you. But y'all get in. And when y'all start to find ways to engage with price, the greed takes over. The selfishness takes over. And you walk away with nothing. Nothing at all. You do well in the AM, you become a philanthropist in the PM. And all you do out there is argue and scream and yell and talk about what doesn't work and who was wrong with this and who's a scammer that. You know who's scamming? You. You are scamming your future. You out there yelling on Twitter, acting like you got it all together. Knowing that you want to claim public success, right? But you are behind the scenes failure. And you know it deep down inside. And it's easier just to project it onto other people rather than get yourself together. If you got to go to therapy, go. If you got to go to church, go. Wherever it is you have to go to fix yourself and fix your life so you can get involved in this. Because all of it is out there. Trust me, every course has been leaked. Every course has been leaked. And you still get margin call, baby. Still getting cooked. With every course in the world out there. It's not the material, it's not the concepts. You can pick one in here and be successful with it. I was successful with trendline trading. That was my first concept in profitability. Trendline trading. All the people giving Tory trades hell because she trendline traded. And she showed up with the 1099B from her broker and you ain't hear nothing ever since. Trendline trading could be profitable. But it's you. That's who it is. It's you. It's you. So you got to get yourself together. Get off social media. Go and back test until you can't unsee it. Some people be like, yeah, you can't unsee it. So how do you see it and still get your stop loss ran? How? How do you see it and still get cooked? You know where all the liquidity is. You don't know where to put your stop loss. Something is wrong. So that's just letting y'all know that it's not any of the concepts that's out there. It's not the mentorship. It's not the teacher. It's your ability to create a plan and follow it. And you blame everything and everyone else but you. Take accountability for it. You're trading every new thing you see. Oh my gosh, he took that entry and made money on it. I'm going to take it the next time I see it. What kind of foolishness is that? Chasing everything but your actual plan. You got to do something about that. Because soon enough, life is going to margin call you. And what would you have done with all of that time you had? Just yelling and screaming at other people? Telling other people what they were and what they wasn't until life squeezed you and now you over here having suicidal ideations. I just wish I wasn't living anymore. Because you lack purpose. And why do you lack purpose? Because you can't even follow or complete whatever it is you set out to do. You have to keep jumping from thing to thing to thing until life catches up to you. It catches up to everybody. You know how many 50-year-olds I know working as a cashier at 7-Eleven? And all they have to show for their life is pictures of when times were good? While they argue about the way things are now and how the young people don't know what they got. They are so ungrateful. When it's them. Okay, yeah, we don't know what we got, right? It was harder for you, right? Now it's easier for us that you can't take part in that. Why? You stuck there. But blaming the young people. That will be your life in a few years if you don't get it right. So we take this away. That's just about all the concepts that's there and why y'all shouldn't be arguing, especially with people who make money when you don't. Right? So what do we have here? What do we have here? We have this low. Oh boy, that let me get that off the screen. We have this low into this high. But in terms of structure, we get here to there, right? This low. We get this high. We traded below. Broke structure, right? Dave teaches in here. Look, no hands. First tap, break structure to downside. Second tap, double top, short, right? That's there. Support and resistance, guys, are there, right? The accumulation into the manipulation, right? Into the distribution, right? That's there, right? The taking out an old high to the left, right? Rebalancing into a 1-hour FVG and trading higher, that's there, right? Right? The fib traders, that's there. The 61.8 gold is we on the menu. Heading out, right? Right? DTFX traders, we down in here too. Trade above the old high, back to the previous rate. It is all There. But you know what's not there? Oh, hold on, wait, my bad. The pattern traders, whatever they call this, the scone pattern or whatever they want to call it. I don't know. They switch it every now and again. The trend line guys break above the trend line. Retest. Everybody's there. But you're still trying to figure out enigma. What concept is the Holy Grail? What is it that I need to use that's consistent every day? It's you that's supposed to be consistent every day. It's you that's supposed to wait for that plan to show up. It's you. It's you. It's all there. Great day in the morning. It's all there but you. $0 for you. Forgot the little toilet soup they down there too. You tap through there and drink higher. And the little DTFX, down here 50%. The down move, you see us trade up above there. They call it the infartsy zone. What is it again? Something like that. Some guy infatuated with my concepts and just renaming them. It's there. The tap to the demand below. It's there. Everything is there. But you. You had to be a part of this candle that you believed was going down because Joe Biden is an embarrassment to the country. And then the South Side boys, they placed that equal low there. They placed that equal low to run it, manipulate it to something lower, and then trade. So we want to target the equal low at the kill zone, and then it go from the kill zone to kill me. Take everything from me. And again, my man Profitable loses in here, but you guys can go and learn his stuff on his own. I made a promise that I would not teach his things. You can learn from the man himself. All in there, but you. Yeah, you could make the case for that. Elliott Wade, Wyckoff, all that other. Yeah, of course. You can make the case for that. The spring, retest of the spring, whatever you want. You can make the case for all of that. Somebody else took a short out of the 50% of the imbalance over here. And they got a short from that imbalance going into that direction there. And their reasoning was taking this low, rebalance it to an FVG, right? Taking this high, rebalance it into FVG below. All of it is there. Again, but you. So it's time to make some changes. Time to do something differently. Pick a concept, stick to it. Pick a concept, stick to it. I don't tell people you have to trade my concept and not ICTs. If you're going to trade ICT, stick to it. Stick to it. Don't try to throw everything in the pot like it's gumbo. Yeah, just a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and we're gonna throw a little VWAP on that, and then we're gonna get the EMA for 2069, and then we're gonna. No. One thing and one thing alone, and stick to it, because the market does it every day. Every day. every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. The market does it each and every day.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
You guys get my point. Hey, Sean, beautiful. Thank you for that. I think you're the first super chat on the channel. That's what it say here. Let's celebrate the first super on a live stream. Hey, Super Sean. Super Sean. But do one thing, right? And
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, far away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
all right. That's enough with the noise. That's enough with that's enough with the noise. So this is just showing you guys, that it's all here. Y'all call ICT a scammer. Y'all say all these things about so many other people, and it has nothing to do with them. Whether ICT is actually a scam or not, not gonna make you any money. How much you get paid for your investigative journalism? Zero, nothing, not a dollar. You don't know where to put your stop loss, but you know ICT is a scammer. Okay. So that's just something that I felt like I should come out and say. Today's my day off. I got today and tomorrow off, but I'm not streaming tomorrow. So I came out just to put some things into perspective. I did it for the group. I was talking with the premium tier earlier today. about these same things, and it's the same thing with, you know, anybody else that I would give any advice to. I'm not telling you guys to ditch anybody else's concepts. I'm saying find the one that resonates with your personality. Find the one that resonates with your circumstance. Some people may not be able to trade the 1 minute because they only have a limited time at work. So go up a time frame. You know, like there are so many things that you can do to change your circumstances little by little. Little by little matters, because when you're moving things little by little, it builds and blossoms into something larger. Something larger than that. A house it starts with what? Digging the ground. You gotta take that shovel and dig that first part of the dirt out. It starts with cleaning it out, right? Clearing it out, right? They'll just put it on top of a flat surface with no foundation. So the very first part of building a foundation is what? Cleaning you out. That means that undisciplined nature you have. We all have it. We all deal with it. I deal with FOMO at times too. As much as I love to call myself, oh, I'm the Jordan trader, I'm this and that. As much as y'all see the win rate that I have and all these different things that you know the students are doing and stuff, I still deal with FOMO as well. I tell y'all, there's Dave teaches, and then there's DJ Dave. DJ Dave is a wild guy. When I feel him coming on, that's when I'm done. That's when I'm closing it up. Close up shop. Nope. Dr. Jekyll and Hyde is about to show up. I'm never in the same room as him. DJ Dave. But anytime I allow him to take over, the minute I look up, I can't even recognize what occurred. Who did this? Who was responsible for this? That was that other side that I have to continue to keep down by what? Following my rules. Following my rules. The rules that are in my trading plan. And if I don't have a trading plan, then yeah. That's one of the biggest issues that people have. When you don't have a trading plan, that's how you get cooked. You need a plan. And if that plan doesn't work, or it doesn't work as much as you like it to, doesn't show enough opportunities, then find something else that gives more opportunities. Some models give more opportunities than others. That's the truth of the matter. Some models give far more opportunities than others do. And once you start to understand that and recognize that, then you're on the way to refining a plan or creating a plan that can change things for you. But it's never going to be about the mentor, the person that's teaching you. The person can teach it till their tongue turn blue. They could say every single word 10,000 times to you. And none of that will have any benefit if you don't put in the time, if you don't put in the work towards it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this earlier segment of trading. And I hope you guys rewatch this. I think this is very important, you know, to this is psychology. This is trading psychology. Trading psychology is not go for a cold plunge. Meditate before you get into your entry. Trading psychology is define rules and follow it. And if following it causes you to lose more than you win, create better rules. But if you're not following the rules that are in your trading plan, you can never say a particular concept doesn't work. You can never say that. You can never say something does not work if you won't even put in the time for it. You tried it out a couple of times and it worked a little bit, and then other times it didn't, and now you just gave up on it. That's you. That's not the concept. That's you. It's you. Dave, can you elaborate more on a trading plan? What entails it? Just want some insight. I've heard plan many times, but I don't understand what it is exactly. Well, it sounds like you have no strategy, because a trading plan is within whatever strategy you've created from whatever concepts you use. That's what a trading plan is. So for the guys who trade support and resistance, let's say they were going to take something like this, right? Their concept is, if we break up above here and close and retest on it, right? They'll be taking that entry that way. But if we break up above here and we close below here, they'll be taking the retest to go lower. That is their trading plan according to what occurs here, according to the strategy or the concept that they follow. So for you to have no plan at all, you don't even have a strategy. You need the concepts back tested along with how it works out, the win rate, if you follow it mechanically. You need that first, and then you need to develop rules around it. So, there are times where I see it break above here, but it's with a wick instead of giving a body. So I'm not going to take one until they give a body above there. I'm not going to take one until, you see how Tory Trades talked about having the trend line? My rules are, this is what she said, my rules are 3 touches to the trend line. There's 3 touches. That's, you hear her say that in every video. 3 touches to, those are rules. Now, I don't trade trend lines, and that's what I used to trade, and I no longer use them because I have a more refined way of engaging in the market. But even those have rules. So you need a strategy first. You need to learn a certain set of concepts that happen over and 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 over again. Dave, are you going to mention MentFX, the creator of the concepts you were using, or are you waiting to get cheated on after buying a batch? I don't even know what you're saying, but MentFX created supply and demand. The only thing I learned from MentFX was Wyckoff, which that's in the bio or the description of my course here on YouTube, credited to him. So if you want to look at the other things I learned, go and look at Pips of Persia, who MentFX also learned from. And with MentFX, the same guy, his win rate is a 30%. When I joined his group for 1 month, I said there's no way my kids need to eat 30% of the time. So unfortunately, I cannot follow this. 1 month and 1 month alone. But that makes it his concepts, right? Right? It just invalidates everything else and makes it his, right? Foolish people. So, you know, with little things, you know, like your trading plan, you have to be sure that it's rooted in concepts that you see work out more times than they don't. More times than they do not. So a 30% win rate, terrible. That's not something that's going to change your life. That's not something that's going to feed your family. Especially if you need to be a scalper because you're not provided with the opportunity of being able to take one trade from a weekly time frame, see that through. You don't have enough money to swing trade. That's where big money is, swing trading. Not in this scalping. Scalping is the fastest way to wealth. The fastest way to wealth is to scalp. So if you need to be a scalper, anything below a 50% win rate will take away from your mental capital. It will destroy your mental capital. Anything below a 50% win rate will destroy your mental capital. And because of that, you have to find concepts, you have to find strategies that work far more than 50% of the time. Far more than 50% of the time. So, with that trade plan question, you actually need to do more learning. And that's the only way that you're going to have a plan that, that works for you. Nothing else is going to work for you. I'm sure lots of people have knowledge on the market. For me, been searching for a mentor trading guru to learn from for 2.5 years. No one has come close to Dave's teachings. But I mean, you can find any teachers that are out there that are amazing in their own right. You just have to make sure that the stuff that they teach, they actually trade it. I don't teach ICT because I don't trade ICT. I don't teach Wyckoff because I don't trade Wyckoff. I don't teach Elliott Wave because I don't trade Elliott Wave. You get what I'm saying? So if I teach you that price takes a high, trades back into the previous range and trades higher, or price takes a low, trades back into the previous range and trades lower, if I'm saying take a 1-to-1 from a zone, it's because I am using it to make money. I will not ever teach you anything that I don't use myself. That's called unqualified teaching. How can I teach you something I have no experience with? How can I teach you something I do not use every day but expect you to benefit from? I can't. You can't. So make sure the person that you are learning from, right? The person that you're learning from, they're also trading what they teach. That's why I point out people like Dodgy. I point out people like Profitable Loser. I point out people like Pepe. I point out people like Stoic. Stoic takes a portion of what I teach and sees it in his own way and uses it his own way. Some of his entries are not the same entries I take. Charles, look at the way he trades. I don't trade the way Charles trades, but he trades within what I've taught and he utilizes it in his own way. So everybody's going to learn something from somebody and be able to tweak it and be able to change it and see it every day and be able to depend on it on their own without the other person. The whole point of learning is to stabilize your approach to what you see in the market and then take what you see in the market, right? And find a way to get involved with it. Some of y'all want to see ICT entries, but he already showed so many things that you can take to trade with. He already showed so many different, styles of price action that you can read yourself, right? And find entries with it. So it's not up to him to show every single entry. It's not up to Dodgy to show every single entry he would take. It's not up to him to confirm that you should take an entry. It's up to you to learn what it is that they do, how it is that they see the market, and then develop your own sight for it. That's what you got to do. Develop your own sight for it. And that's literally what I teach other people. Just do that. Just do that. And that's the fastest way to become profitable. Developing your own edge in the market. Your own edge. So I hope that answers the question for you. Should we be paper trading or just reading price, or both? I feel like I'm left behind with the group, and without being able to finish the playlist. Let me see. I feel even more lost. Any recommendations? So if I teach you structure as the first thing that you need to learn, then you need to backtest the hell out of structure. And it needs to be the only thing that you are taking an entry on is structure. You're going to see times where it does not hold. You're going to see times where it does hold. That's going to add to your experience of when to use it and when not to use it. But you need to backtest the hell out of that. And then when I go into order flow and narrative, then now use order flow and narrative and backtest the hell out of that. And then when I go into teaching you about zones, now you need to backtest zones and become proficient in utilizing zones. And then when I go into, you kind of get what I'm saying? You move from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. You don't try to throw it all together, because that's how you run yourself crazy. You never try to throw it all together. You have to get good with one thing and move to the next. Get good with one thing, move to the next. Get good with one thing, move to the next. And soon enough, it all comes together. And now you're able to see the ones that align with the others and what's premium and what's not. What's your A+ setup? And what's a setup that you always see fail? So what did I tell you guys? I said to trail your highs and lows, right? I said to count your swings, right? So that means if you're counting your swings, 4 to 6 swings and price reverses, right? So that means by the time we get to the 4th swing, you're no longer continuation trading. Now you're stepping aside to see, okay, he said 4 to 6 swings and price reverse. Let me step out and watch to see what it's going to do. Will it actually reverse? Or does it continue? That's one thing to follow. Counting your swings is equivalent to trailing your highs and lows. Now you just know how many highs and lows get created before you begin to anticipate price reversing. But you also know when to stay out of continuation trading. So those little things you sort of want to add to. You don't have to know all the stuff that's there. You don't have to trade every single concept that's taught. Go with one thing and move to the next thing. That's how you refine. Absorb what is useful, discard what is not. Yes. That's exactly it. Oh, you quoting Bruce Lee. You quoting Bruce Lee. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because you need to see it for yourself. No one else can do this for you. You need to see it for yourself. And that's how I approach every day with trading. That's how I approach every day with, talk about every day is a profitable day. Every day is, trading day is a blessing to be on the right side of the market every day. Why am I saying the right side of the market? Because all I'm doing is following structure. Most times structure will remain intact. And the times where you can't understand structure, you need to know that you're in a range. If you have a high put in, and you put in a low, and then you put in another high after, right? Let me show you guys this. If you have a high put in, and you put in a low, and then you put in another high after, and you trade down to here, right? And it fails to put in another low, and it goes back up here, right? And it looks like it's gonna head back down that way, and then it goes back up here, and it goes back down to here, and then back here, and then back there, and then back there. You need to understand where your highs and lows are. Where are your last highs and lows? Well, there's a low here, there's a high here, there's a low here, there's a high here. So this and this is the last high and low that we have. If we have not put in a new high, neither have we put in a new low. We're in a range, we're accumulating. And you need to understand that within accumulation, price can come out of any side of accumulation. Price can dip below and then trade back up above. Or price can trade up above and then dip back below. But you need to understand when you're in accumulation versus when you're in a trending environment. And the dead giveaway is when we have the high and the low that puts in a new high and we fail to put in a new high or a new low. You're in a range. So if that part begins to get a little more difficult for you, then you need to know that that's where I step out of the market and I wait until it's clear for me. Wait until it's clear for me. But some of you guys try to force anything and everything. You're always forcing entries. You need to take the next setup. You need to take this next setup. You need to take the next setup. You need to find another one. You need to find another. And then you blame other people for it. Oh, what you teach doesn't work. No, you don't work. That's what it is. Your discipline doesn't work. Your ability to follow instructions doesn't work. It's not the mentor, it's you. And once you come to that realization of that, it just makes things a bit easier. If I follow the instructions and I follow the rules, then I should be successful with it. What is the rules that the person that you're learning from gave you? What are the rules? If your mentor doesn't clearly define rules, then find a new mentor. They're just regurgitating concepts but can't tell you how to actually trade it. Find a new mentor. Right? Or y'all just gonna slave and trauma bond with people that's friendly to you. Let me see, Dave, in your backtested session, you said when price forms, I don't have any backtested sessions publicly, so I'm not answering what I do in the mentorship publicly. They already got all the leaked videos. They could use that. Dave, can you please reopen your mentorship program, please? I would, but I don't want to go against my rules. Usually when I do reopen it for somebody, it's usually a Karen that I'm reopening it for, and it's usually like the worst possible person that I could, reopen it for. I've learned so much within even just the openings and who ends up being late with it, and most times the people who are late to the openings are not worth even having in the group. They were late already, right? They didn't prioritize it. Now, for the people who missed it, cool. But for the people who didn't prioritize it, it says a lot about them already. So, I gotta wait until the next opening. I had one guy, I opened it late for him, and he was like, I don't like the way you chastise the members when they don't follow instructions. Okay, you said you're a 40-year-old dad with a wife and kids. And when they don't follow instructions, what do? What do you tell your children? But you don't want someone else reinforcing instructions on other people? Okay. We'll see where you go with this. I have a rental property, and no, you wouldn't be searching for a group to learn how to trade if life was going well for you. Nobody cares about your rental property. Have you seen the real estate market? Have you seen where all of the savings have gone around the country? So I'm not buying it, Joker. Usually the people that I open it for it's always a disaster. So I'm just gonna wait, for when I do open it. Let me see. One thing I appreciate about you, Dave, is that you call us out on our foolishness. The way you do it isn't everyone's cup of tea, but nonetheless, it's necessary. And I mean, most people are not going to see it as necessary. Most people need, someone around that's palatable to, their circumstances. You ever give a friend advice and your friend is upset that you gave them a solution? You care so much about them that you gave a solution to them on how to solve whatever it is that they claim they're dealing with, and they're angry that you gave them the solution. They want to run you around in the circle of foolishness, the circle of, but here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what you're saying. What matters right now is that you need to fix the issue that's at hand. And the only way to fix the issue that's at hand is what? To deal with it, to solve it, right? How are you mad about that? You mad about solution-driven people in your life? Solution-driven people care about you. So the first thing that they answer is to give you a solution for it, and they're direct with you. That's someone you want to keep in your life. That's someone that actually cares about what you're doing. You think I want to continue to hear you getting clapped and margin call and blown into smithereens because you won't even follow the instructions you were given, and I'm just going to come around and massage it? It's just a tax that we pay in trading. You didn't pay any tax. That's a tax write-off. You lost. You lost because you didn't follow your rules, because you didn't follow your plan. You lost. You didn't pay any taxes on that. So of course I'm going to call it out. I tell the group all the time, show me your trading plan. That's the next segment we're going into. Everybody has to show me their trading plan. And when everyone shows me their trading plan, guess what they have to do? When they start posting entries, I'm going to compare their entries with their plan. Compare the entries with the plan. And when I compare the entries with the plan, guess what? Guess what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, oh, this is you? This you here? You say you count your swings, but the lie detector determined. You say you trade your highs and lows, and you wait for the fourth swing, but the lie detector determined that was. You said what? You said when you're in a range, you stay out. Oh, but this entry, the lie detector determined that. And we'll go over it because you need to stop going through this cycle of insanity that you continue to break your rules over and over and over again. And then you go to seek advice for it. That's insanity. How can someone give you the answer and you go back and do the opposite of what they said? Do you actually want to trade, or you want somebody to talk to every time you break your rules? Because I'll give you the therapy hotline. Good morning, Dave. I kept finding myself counting more swings than 4 to 6. Should I ignore internal swings? So you got to go back and watch video. What is that? Video 2. Because video 2 tells you the internal swings and the external swings, they're from different time frames. So what time frame are you actually counting? You're not counting the 1 minute swing with a 15-minute swing, or a 1 minute swing with a 5 minute swing. If you're going to get 4 on the 5 minute, how many do you think is going to show itself on the 1 minute? So the swings are relative to the time frames that you were trading from. So you got to make sure you do that. Best teachers tell you the truth. Truth tellers never have friends. That's what my dad said. My dad said the truth has no friends. And he's 100% true. He ain't never lie about that. The truth has no friends. Hey, Prof, I know your I know your weekly open target just hit. I hear that. Started watching course. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I want to trade on the 1 minute, I should watch the 15-minute overall trend. That's a good start, yeah. But you don't need the 15-minute. You don't need the 4-hour. You don't need any other time frame above you other than the 1 minute. But you need to know how it all looks together. So if you pay attention to how it all plays out together, then that's going to help you to understand that you could see the 15-minute in the 1 minute time frame. You could see the 4-hour up move on the 1 minute time frame. It doesn't matter what time frame you're on. You just have to know what it's doing, how it's moving, and how it looks from lower time frame to higher time frame. So that's going to take a lot of work. That's going to take back testing, right? Most people hate back testing, but it's the fastest way to collect data. And I'm not talking about a data-driven dashboard that tells you whether price is true or false about being bullish or bearish. I'm talking about the time you got to put in. That's how you collect the data, with your own brain. What do you recommend for those like me who picked the wrong last high and low? Back testing. I must be picking them wrong because the retrace is wrong for me. That sounds like you're not back testing. What happens? What do you recommend when I keep stepping on the gas instead of the brake? What do you recommend? What do you recommend if I'm supposed to drive forward and I hit reverse? What do you recommend? This is time, right? It's time. I recommend you spending more time in drawing out the proper zones, trailing highs and lows. I recommend that. Time is needed. That's what a lot of people think. Time is not needed. It's needed. You're not gonna learn this in 10 days. Now you learned it in 10 days, and now you're gonna become a millionaire in the next 10. No. The fastest way I've ever seen the profitability is with profitable loser strategy. The fastest way. Guess what? You still got to put in the time. You still got to work for it. Still, you have to work for it. Still got to work for it. I know. Trust me, I know. Why is it so difficult? Why do I gotta do all of that? Why does it take all of that? Because it does. And I didn't make the rules. It does take all of that. I can't tell you anything different. There's nothing that I can say that will be able to change the fact that it takes all of that. Right? Nothing that I could say. So you got to make sure that you're willing to put in the time. You're willing to do the work. You got to make sure that no one can. No one can, my man, yo. No one can do it. No one can do it but you. All right? Dave, why do I need to learn how to walk so I can sprint? Hey, and that's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. That I'm really trying to get people to understand that. You need to do it in steps. It's so important. Do it in steps. Guys, why did I take a short out of here and trading back into this imbalance? It more than likely may go lower, but why did I take a short there? It's probably gonna go back into that there. But why did I take that short there? Because you count your swings, right? Right. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So now my discretion steps up and says, "Hey, I'm not on this side. I'm on that side. I'm not going to do this and try to take some random entry to go higher when I have no idea whether another high is going to be put in. I'm going to start to look for moves, for entries that put me in another low. And should price want to trade higher, it will trade up above this. But should price want to go lower, it won't close above this. And it'll end up trading back into what? Previous range, right? Counted my swings already. It's automatic for me. And this is just me back to the live account. So look, yesterday I spent let me show y'all. Yesterday I spent 27 minutes to make $200. Today I spent one candle into 1 minute into. I'm not doing free advertisement for prop firms anymore, and I don't want to be around prop traders at all because they are gamblers, and it's equivalent to be around people who don't have their life in control. I want to be around people who are trying to trade and learn how to become traders, learn how to become investors through their understanding of how the charts move. That crowd, that crazy wild crowd, I'm not trying to be a part of anymore. There's not people that I want to associate with anymore. So I'm moving away from the whole prop scene, and I'll go back to live trading because I've done it before. That's how I became profitable, trading my own money. You said you never take shorts. Hey, what am I gonna do? Take a long while I know my rules is saying otherwise? I can't. I can't do anything about that. My rules are telling me something else. What we gotta do? We gotta follow the rules. We gotta follow what the rules say. The rules say, hey, listen. Will you count your 4 to 6 swings? You anticipate price reversal, and then my time in the market, right? My time in the market, my back testing, my forward testing, my process. When my process says this over that, I can't go against it. It's not possible for me to. I can't go against it. So as much as I might be thinking, hey, yeah, let me take a long to go further, that's not a part of my rules when my rules said this is where you stop doing that. This is where you cut it out. Get rid of that. Who do you think you are? You think you control the market? You think the market runs on you? No, it runs on rules. Right? And rules that you need to follow. That's it. So, if my rules put me on the short side, I'm on the short side. If my rules put me on the long side, I'm on the long side. But whatever it is, I will not go anywhere without following my rules. All right? Make sure you guys cover the kids' ears. I don't want them to. I don't want them to cover their ears. You need to back test. Right? You need to back test. You need to back test. That's where that comes from. Back testing. Your whole life will change the minute you back test. Guys, guess what? This is retail. This is retail. Oh my goodness, it's loud in my ears. They just paying me with aggression. You shouldn't even want to pay me. Target filled. Y'all heard how loud that was? This is retail support and resistance, right? We said it all works, right? So they get the false break up above, right? No body, right? Trades back below. They get the body break, and on their body break, what are they anticipating? Price trading back into what should be support to try and trade higher. There are times where that fails for them, and then they end up getting in on the breakdown and take it lower. It all occurs the same exact way. It all happens. It's just you. It's just you. Now somebody asked me, so what zone did you? That's what you should have learned in backtesting and all of that other stuff. That's what you should have learned then. We have nothing here but this large candle that just went. Some of y'all remember that. Some of y'all stop losses got cooked in there. Some of y'all remember that. But you need the right side. You need to understand how to engage. So why did I say I was on this side again? Because my rules for the market trending up let me know you need to chill right here. You ain't got to be a part of everything, but you need to chill right here. Because this is either what? Where we range because we took out an old high. So we end up accumulating above an old high. So this is either where we range or this is where we reverse. Right? Range or reverse. That's my Prof already took his profit. His cigar already hit. He just passed the baton. So make sure that anything that's taught here to you guys on this channel, you go and you backtest. You search it out for yourself. No one else is rebranded. Oh, the shorter videos are... No, you talking about shorter videos? The problem is you lack discipline. You want shorter videos? The only shorter videos I recommend you to watch is Profitable Losers videos. Everything else is going to be entirely complex. And if you don't have the discipline to follow it all, then you need to be honest with yourself and say, hey, that's not for me. It's difficult for me to take it all in. It's difficult for me to understand in detail these things occurring. So I need something simpler. You don't bash the person that has something more complex than your brain can understand. You go and search for things that are simpler. I told you when I was in MentorFX's group, 30% win rate. There's absolutely no way that my kids didn't need to eat 30% of the time. They needed to eat more than that. So why on God's green earth would I be hanging around a mentor who only wins 30% of the time? I don't care about your R. Get your R out of here. I needed something that did not exhaust my mental capital. And the market was the only thing that taught me that. Nothing else, no one else, the market. Market. So no matter what you actually learn out there, you need to be disciplined with it. You need to test it time and time again, back test it. You can do all of this during the New York session and spend a whole 8 hours here. And guess what you got? You got 8 hours worth of data, and that's it. 8 hours worth of data today, that's going to look a little different tomorrow. And tomorrow, being that it looks a little different, now you have 8 hours of data tomorrow, that's going to look a little bit different the following day. But if you take time to backtest during that 8 hours, you could backtest weeks of data in 8 hours. You can take 1 hour to backtest one New York session. And soon enough, you start to see similarities by the time you get to the 6th or 7th hour. But most people think backtesting don't work, and backtesting doesn't work for people who are, unprofitable. Backtesting is not even real. Okay. Whatever you want to say, okay. Backtesting is the only way for you to get this as fast as you need to and change your life. It is the only way. The only way. And then backtesting helps you to develop rules. That's the thing that most of you guys are missing. Rules. So, can't ask me what I was seeing and why I thought I was taking a short and then oh, you took another short then, but what? So you couldn't at least let us know it? No. Go and back test. You will never need to depend on anybody else. You think somebody needs to be responsible for feeding my kids more than I do? Really? Somebody needs to be responsible for feeding my kids? No, me. It depends on me. Depends on me. So I'm taking that into my own hands through spending time learning what works and what doesn't. So the way you backtest, this is what I do in the group when I backtest. I scroll out, I go all the way back to as far as I can. I don't know, where's the furthest? Right here. So you see this starts at 1800. I might want to move into, like some session that I may trade. London's nice, but New York, if I'm interested in trading in New York, I'll move into New York like this. And I'll click it like that, right? So now I don't know anything that's occurred within here. This is March 17th. It's currently April 11th. I don't know anything that occurred in here. So what I do is click, look at what we have here, and all I see is this. Boy, this was the Asia that they just started running. All I see is this. So now that I have this here, what am I instantly doing? Identifying where my highs and lows are. I don't know if price came from down here. I don't know if price came from up there. All I know is that I have that high and low. I have another high and low in here. I have another high and low in there. And they're relative to the time frame that they come from, right? So in video 3, I mentioned how to figure out what time frame your swings come from. Please watch the material. That's why you're getting cooked every day, because you have no discipline to sit down and watch that, but you want to watch the fight, right? You can have a large conversation, a long conversation about who won the fight. You could talk about what Putin said to Tucker. You could talk about all these different things. You can't talk about what time frame your swings are from. And it's literally right there. But digress. So I have 3 swings here. So I'm of the understanding that if we put in another swing here, let's say we go down, put another swing here, another high there, we got that one right there. That's the 4th one. So now what am I doing with noticing that there's a 4th swing? Now I'm anticipating what? A potential range, right? We could end up ranging, shooting back up above this, and then dipping below the range, only to go back into the range there. That's from my understanding of already knowing how price moves. You're never going to be there, at least not right now. But that's from my understanding. So if you play it forward, there's the other swing. We're putting this higher one. There's the range that we talked about. And we get back in there, back at the bottom of this range here. We say we accumulating, right? We go back below this range, right? Oh my goodness! Wait, did he schedule this? He had to. Did he schedule this? I can speed up and do that. You cannot. You need to follow your highs and lows, and you need to take trades within your understanding of what these highs and lows are. But you're not gonna, come to any real conclusion of that if you don't first understand the material. If you don't first learn the material. You need to learn the material. Y'all hear me? You need to learn the material. You need to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to learn the material. That's the only way that you're going to, find any success in doing this. I don't care what you think about what you actually need to utilize to trade with and how you just need to see another person's entries, and I don't care about any of that. If you don't have the knowledge of what they're executing on, how they're executing, then you're never going to understand why they took the entry they took. You're never going to understand that. Chat went silent. Dave, after the drawings. Yeah, I'm sure they got a little surprise on that, but surprise, surprise, you can learn on your own too. You can do it by yourself as well. You don't need anybody else. You don't need anyone else but you. I promise you that. You don't need anyone else but you. So, Dave, have you considered packaging your knowledge in a free PDF? Or maybe a series of videos with a catchy name? Maybe Top Class or Master Plan? No, I haven't thought about that. Those things don't really work. They don't, as much as we, love to see a PDF, as much as those things are not going to help. No one's going to really learn from that. There's so many PDFs out there of how to trade ICT concepts. Why nobody know anything from that? Why people still struggling? Here are the FVGs you use. Are you still getting cooked on FVGs? So no, not interested in it. I already screenshot the videos and studied the concepts. I don't understand. Screenshot the concepts. I don't understand and do it again. So backtesting is going to be the thing that changes it all for you. I'm telling you, nothing else but backtesting. Nothing else but back. Y'all hear me? Nothing else but backtesting. Or else you willing to sit here for the next 5 years and come to the conclusion of whatever price is doing every single day that you come here to trade, unless you're willing to do that. If you're willing to do that, then hey, there's fine. You want to add 5 years to your profitability? Go ahead. How much percent you make in a month or a day? I don't follow percentages. Could you go over how you backtest? I just did. A PDF, I just want a single picture of all of his concepts. I literally taught that in the updated market structure plus zones and candlestick structure. Market structure plus zones along with candlestick structure is literally taught there. You in the mentorship and you asking that. You gotta be crazy. Literally, there's 2 short videos, 3 short videos of that. And you just want something else. No, you don't want to backtest. Just say that. You don't want to backtest. You don't want to be accountable to how you spend your time. You just want it quick, fast, and easy, right? You want it Vegas style. You should not be using the seconds time frame if you're not profitable with the lower time frames. You should not be using the seconds time frame if you're not profitable with the lower time frames. You should not be using the seconds time frame if you're not profitable with the lower time frames. People want to use the 5-second chart, and all of that. You should not be down on those lower time frames if you're not even profitable on the 1 minute. It makes no sense for you to be down there. That's how to lose your account in 10 trades. People should go for what they resonate with then. When I watch video 3, I know I have found my holy grail. Thanks, Dave. Don't worry, you're going to be back here asking more questions after that. He said he found the holy grail with 1 video. Do you have any advice on overcoming external pressures when trading, financial and emotional? Unfortunately, my reason why was enough for me to follow my trade plan. My reason why. That was my kids. That was me not having enough money to buy food for them. That was me skipping meals and them listening to the landlord knock on the door when I didn't have money to keep the roof over our head. And I prioritized wasting my time, wasting my life That's what I prioritized. I prioritized that. Cover the kids' ears, y'all. I prioritized that. Wasting my time and wasting my life. That's what I was doing. And when I looked up, I realized how much I lost and how much more they lost. Because what? I wasn't following a plan. I wasn't following rules. I wasn't thinking about ahead. Instead of right now. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. So I owed it to them to develop a set of rules that I did not disobey. Because it wasn't even for me. It wasn't for the Lambo. It wasn't for the mansion. It was to keep shelter over their heads. It was to keep food on the table. It was to ensure that when they get to a future as adults, they could sustain themselves. That's what it was for. So, that was enough for me to say, hey, Mr. Teachers, you got to follow your rules. Somebody else depends on you. And I know you're a big fan of doing what you want to do. But right now, this ain't the time for it. And that changed everything. It was accountability. Accountability. Yeah, see how they dropping back into the same stuff every day. It's you. Every day, same stuff. It's you. It's you. It's you. Same stuff every day. It's you. Same stuff every day. It's you. So I would hope that this, sort of shed some light on why you guys have to have a rule, a system, a plan in place, right?
Target filled.
Oh, you're loud in my ear, baby. A plan in place. Just show y'all where I'm at with this live account. I know I said I was gonna start minis on I said I was gonna start minis on what day that was, Monday, but this price action just been so delicious that the micros just couldn't do. And I'm talking to y'all while I'm doing this. I don't need to humna. I don't need to do any of that. I don't need to, this is a trading space, so you need to be sure. I'm talking to y'all and thinking about other things while I'm pushing the button on what I know usually happens, right? Based on what I backtested. And what did we say? We said ICT concepts do work too as well, right? Right. So what is that? Man said run the low, rebalance to an FEG. That's what this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna find his name because it was like just such a simple thing that he talked about, and I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me all these guys on Twitter are frauds? Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, sure. Do what you gotta do. Okay. I'm gonna just take my little trades when I take them and then exit the market. And guess what? They said you can't do that in the sim environment. Okay. Okay, buddy. You can't do that in the sim environment. Okay. It's abusing sim because in a real environment, this is what we're. Okay. Okay. ICD is not bad for high hourly time frame, but yeah, that's true. That's true. Anything, everything. More than 600 people and 200 likes. That's fine. They don't gotta like the video. I like me. I like me for both of us. So they didn't even have to like it. I like me more than they like me. So you don't have to, you know. Thanks. I'm profitable when backtesting can pass evals, but when I get to funded, I crumble. That's because you stopped doing the things that you did during backtesting and evals. Backtesting and evals is no different than a live account. If I would take this trade in backtesting and evals, I would take this trade in a live account. If I would count my swings in backtesting and evals, I'm going to count my swings when I'm taking a live trade. There's no difference. The only difference for that matter is you. The market does the same thing in market replay. And it does the same thing with you on evals. So you picking up what I'm putting down? It's you. You got to take the same. Hey, Prof always say, the move is more valuable than the money. And that's 100% true. The move is far more valuable than the money. The move is more valuable than the money. He ain't never lie. He said the move is more valuable. Y'all listen to me? Or y'all tuning me out? The move is more valuable than the money. And that's 110% true. Trade the move, not the money. Don't worry, the money will show up after you've mastered the move. The money will show up after you've mastered the move. The money will show up after you've mastered the move. But some of y'all trading all these different things and y'all got the VWAP on your chart and you got the Bollinger Bands and they both saying different things. They arguing with each other. The VWAP saying we going bearish. The non-EMA saying, no, fam, we bullish. The Bollinger Band saying, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm here in the middle. The market structure saying, I'm coming for your stop loss. All these different things being said. And you don't know which one to follow because you have not mastered the move. He said V-shaped recovery coming. I don't know about that. Let us see. Yeah, I can attest to that. The market gonna have to show me what it's doing. I can't tell it what it's doing. It tells me. Yeah, it tells me I can't say. What I think it's doing. Our entries suck. Backtest. That's what I tell people. Backtesting tells you that your entries are garbage. That's what backtesting does. See a little wick up above this high as well. So we wick below this low, wick up above this high. We'll see if you get a body closure up there, it could move higher into here. But if that wick stays there, then you probably end up crumbling back below this. But that's what backtesting tells you. Backtesting tells you, hey fam, listen. Those entries that you think you know, you think those entries suck. That's what those entries, they suck. That's what backtesting says.
Target filled.
Ooh. So if you guys actually watch the YouTube, I know. It's the videos are too long. They're too long, so we can't. Come on. They too long. How you supposed to make money in that? They too long. Didn't I say 1-to-1 pay the bill? Right there. Yoom, right through there. Right? So why do you think I put this low here? This thing here. Right below that low. Yoom. That bad boy be happening so fast. Man. One-to-ones pay the bill. I don't know why people be forcing anything different. I get it. You know, y'all want the 100-point. You know, like you want this, right? You want this. You want to trade the news event, you know, and be like, yeah, it hit the 50%, and then I held it all the way up, and then all the way up from there, and then yeah, I got the 100-point move. You want that, right? In the most liquid market, one of the most liquid markets in the world, you worry about that. You worry. you worry about that. In one of the most liquid markets in the world, Let me just give us some music. They need some music. They need some music. they worry about that. We take 3.5 pennies. They worry about that. They ain't take no money on the market. Oh yeah, they were.
the love that I need. You bring the heat. You bring the love that I need. Feeling that's so real. You bring the heat. You bring the love that I need. You bring the heat. Feeling that's so real. You bring the heat. You bring the love that I need. You bring the heat. Feeling that's so real.
My man said you talk as you were gone. Okay. I talk like I know myself and I'm disciplined. I talk like I'm disciplined. That's how I talk. I talk like I possess a certain level of discipline that most people don't.
The love that I need. You bring the heat, feeling that's so real. You bring the heat, you bring the love that I need. You bring the heat, feeling that's so real. You bring the heat, you bring the love that I need. You bring the heat, feeling that's so real. You bring the heat, you bring the love that I need. You bring the heat, feeling that's so real.
Hey. So, yeah, I don't know why people come on the stream just to like waste their time. What is taking any of this doing to me? Y'all see how I still trade with the trolls around? Still trade with. So he said, how you deal with the external? External what? I backtest so much that I remember this more than my own name. I remember this more than, I gotta think twice about my mother's number. But I know 30, I know 50, and I... What? Back there's just like my life depended on it. What do you think? Great day in the morning. Right? I got you, Elijah. I got you. Here you go. Here you go. This is for Elijah. He asked for it. Hey.
The storm is over. You made it stop. I've come to find you're what I want. So I laugh about it. My tears are dry. No doubt about it. I'll be alright. My past behind me. I'm letting go. And all that I know, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. As long as we're together, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better now. As long as we're together, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better now. All around, all around, all around. Maybe I'm not. All around, all around, all around. Maybe I'm not. I see the future.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, all the concepts work. This y'all, look, we take out that high, right? Where do we go? Rebalance to an FUG, Dre high. Come on, Shimon, it all, it all, dun 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 dun. It all.
I know it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. As long as we're together, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better now. All around, all around, all around. Maybe I'm not. All around, all around, all around. Maybe I'm not. It's gonna be better now. As long as we're together, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better now. It's gonna be better now. Oh, as long as we're together, it's gonna be better now.
All right. So, somebody said, where is it? Can you explain quickly what do you mean by memory? So this is just the stuff that I remember in backtesting. It was literally that. Nothing different. I just remember all of this when I was backtesting. So what I'm teaching is, and what I'm trading is based on what I remember price to do. That's why no PDF is ever going to help you. No short video of nothing is ever going to help you. None of it at all. It will never help you. You have to go through it yourself. You have to put in the time yourself. And that's the only thing that's really going to, change the way that you trade. So what I'm teaching is from my memory of a culmination of things that I've learned and found it works if you do it like this. If you do it this way, it works. So if you actually want to follow me, you got to follow the teachings that's there. It works. But all of these same things other people teach. ICT uses imbalances. Some other people use supply and demand, some people don't. Some people use Elliott wave, some people don't. But whatever it is that I use it in a way where it works for me, and I teach based on what works for me. So guess what? If it works for me, it should work for you too if you apply it the same way. If you apply it the same exact way that I teach it, it should work for you. Because it works for me. I'm not teaching something that somebody else taught and told me it does this. Told me that it does this. No. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars using this alone. I know it works. It works so good that people accuse me of stealing it from other people. So why those people not using it the same way? Why they not? Why they win rate so low? Why they won't sit here in a live market and just piece by piece by piece go through the whole thing with you? Why are you not doing that? That's why I'm able to stand up in front of y'all and you know, talk the way I do it. Of course, I'm gonna say a little banter, you know, talk a lot. Jordan the trader, baby. Of course, I'm gonna do all that. I know it works. You need to be humble. Yeah, the market already humbled me, okay? It clapped me already. The market, it stole my wig. It like everything was gone. Everything. It took it all. It took it all from me. He said we could have had it all. It took it all from me. The market robbed me. It said, you think you know what you're doing? Millions of people coming to this market, and you think you
Target filled.
think you know what you're doing? You? The market already did all that to me. Came out refined on the other side. You? Paul, I know. Peter, I know. Who are you? The market put me on.
This is house arrest.
It put me on.
I learned how to measure before I knew what was size. I sing you to sleep. Do you like my lullaby? La Luna, they let you treat your sadness with a smile. You can't have what's next till you hang with it for a while. This is house arrest. Come but wear your Sunday best. This is house arrest. La da di da di da da. I learned how to measure before I knew what was size. I sing you to sleep. Do you like my lullaby? La Luna, they let you treat your sadness with a smile. You can have what's next till you hang with it for a while. This is house arrest. Come to wear your Sunday best. This is house arrest. La da di da di da da. This is house arrest. This is house arrest. Come to wear your Sunday best. This is house arrest. La da di da di da da. I decided not to leave my house and go outside. I helped myself sweetly, made myself a lullaby. This won't last forever. Treat your sadness with a smile. You can have what's next till we hang inside for a while.
So, this is, beautiful. So it's the same stuff over and over, right? And 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 over and over. Why did I take that long? Well, there's the previous range, right, that it tapped into, right? Hit the 50%, traded to the 1-1 on it, right? 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 We all follow that, right? That was taught. And guess what? That's all free. It's all free. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. That's all freely taught. In the masterclass playlist, right? So, you know, when we maybe another balance at 301. When we see people coming in talking about scam it is, scam it that, you know, all the complaining they do. You know that is you know where that's coming from. They don't know what they're talking about. And it's all free for them. It's there and it's free. 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 It's there. And let me turn on another banger.
Time to leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here. It's the time to leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here. It's the time to leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you coming here with me to run by my side so we can be free? Strange things do happen here. It's the time to leave. If we met at midnight at the willow tree, are you
Target filled.
Strange
I told y'all 301. That's what I said, right? Da 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 da. Now, y'all, I'm not gonna act like I know where this volatility is coming from. I don't. But we don't care. Because it's the same stuff that you see over and over and over. And they tell me what time it is. Did I ask y'all what time it was? I don't think I don't. So yes, we don't, subscribe to any of that stuff because we know what we're doing. We know, what we could anticipate. We know, like at least myself, you got some students who are streaming, and you guys need to understand that they're learning themselves too. So you have to take what they're saying with a grain of salt because they're learning to develop themselves, and they're doing it for the sake of accountability, right? They're doing it for the sake of accountability. So if they're doing it to hold themselves accountable, to not take dumb entries, it's easier for people to hold themselves accountable in trading when somebody's watching them versus when somebody's not watching them. So that's why they're doing it. It's not to say that they're ready to teach anybody anything, but it's for them to bring, that recklessness under control and trade like people are paying attention to the things that they're doing. But I told y'all that. I said 301. What was that? 301? Something like that? Yeah, 301. It's another bounce from there. Yeah. And you just watch this. I know somebody's like, because I took it up here, but somebody's like, of course, why did you just take the whole thing then? Like I said, the most liquid market in the world, and y'all worried about y'all worried about 100-point moves and all of that. It's not me, guy. It's not me. I can trade whatever I want. I could trade NQ. I could trade gold. I could trade whatever these other things are here. Oil. I'm probably gonna get into that. In a few throughout Asia and stuff like that. I trade whatever it is I want. I do it the same way I would do it on prop. Do it the same way I've done it on unregulated brokers. Same exact thing each and every time. It doesn't matter. We trade above a whole high. What do we know? We accumulate. We know that when we accumulate, long as the bottom of the range, short to the top of the range. Until we get a range failure, and then price trades what? Back into the range. And should price want to go higher, trade up above the range, but if it doesn't, it'll trade below and keep going down. It's the same stuff each and every day. I've done this with the member subscriptions on YouTube. I explained this little phenomenon to you guys. You know, again, this is you see us pushing. I don't think price is gonna get a lick of buy side. This is not going back up. This is why you don't follow anybody on Twitter. This is not going back up. Not gonna get a lick of buy side. Okay, buddy. There's the Dark Knight Trades. We ain't gonna say his name here. But this is the reality of it. You don't need news. You don't need to figure out what time it is. No, nothing like that. You see, that entry was a news entry. Anybody care about that? Prop firms telling people don't trade news. The fills during news. I'm sorry, that just filled me and took me out. That filled me and took me out. Like that. In a rush. So, you see, you know, you follow your rules, you follow your plan, you trade with what you know you see, not what you think. I didn't think, oh, I'm thinking price is gonna go back into this previous range here. Who told you that? Where do they do that at? Who told you that it had to go back here? Who told you that you caught the top up here? Yeah, we caught the top going down. and still cooking you. Stop losses searing right now. Filet mignon up there. So you just got to know what you're doing. You got to be honest with your approach. You got to be honest with it. You got to be honest with your experience. You got to be honest with that. I was out, bro. Did you mention your real Instagram? It's Dave Teaches. That's it. Nothing else. I'm the only Dave Teaches. Nothing before it, nothing after it. But you gotta be honest with your experience. And if you're honest with your experience, then your profits will be honest with you. They tell you good job. And if you're dishonest, your profits will tell you you never make this. You could never do this. Ma, we see the whole thing happening all over the place, right? What did we say about retail? We are retail too, but what did we say? We said that they get the break above, they retest the resistance, now turn support, and they look to trade higher. You don't see them there? I know over here they really didn't get the best kind of. I mean, yeah, it's break and retest there too, and trade higher. That happened for them there too. But they don't always get the best, thing. Look down below here. That's the break below this, right? With the body, it retest and then went right back up and traded back to the high. They get cooked sometimes. But you know what I know? I know they make more money than the people who prounce around Twitter trying to tell people that they're wrong for what they're doing. I knew something was off with him because he said he doesn't use time. You hear no mention of daily bias. You hear no man. You hear no mention. I'm like, boy, these people. So, guys, look, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. It's time for you guys to go back to. It's time for you guys to hang up trying to trade live, and go find that one thing that you're good at in back testing. Find that one thing that you are good at in back. That one thing. Just find that one thing you are good at in back testing, and that, you know, within itself should, you know, change everything for you. You find that one thing. You find that one thing and you be set. Because you don't need to trade everything. You don't need to see it all happen, and you don't even need to be right about it. You just need to know how to approach the market with that one thing that you know you see all the time, and exit, honor your experience. Take your profit, live to see the next day. So, appreciate you guys for coming out. I know I'm a handful at times, and that's okay. But you know, have some pride in your work ethic, your study, and have some pride in it. I'm telling you, the people who do not make it when learning these concepts are the people who take no notes. I know it feels like high school all over again. You hate, you know, doing notes and, you know, all that other good jazz. Do it. Take your notes. Take your notes. Take your notes. Take it. Take your notes. That muscle memory will go a lot further than you believe. Have some pride. Have some pride in the work that you do, right? Have some pride in the work that you do. Because you're not doing this for you. You're doing this for your reason why. There are people who depend on you. Act like it. So I'm going to leave y'all with this banger. So yo, there's 200 today, 1100. I mean 200 yesterday, 1100 today. If I wanted to, I could withdraw that today and start all over again tomorrow. Right? That's the beauty of trading for yourself. Made 1,000 a day. Now I don't have to have 5,000 in my account before I withdraw. Don't have to have a 10-day limit of whatever it is. I don't think y'all hear me. I don't think y'all hear me.
I get up out of bed.
So there's no limits. As far as I'm concerned, there's no limits to your accounts. I'm going to start copy trading the live account soon. So I'm going to try to have like 4 or 5 of them and then copy trade each of them to spread the risk across each other. And that way you don't have to use a large contract size on one position. You would spread the risk across multiple accounts. And now you're just copy trading yourself. And then you just pay yourself at the end of each day, right? Right? Dun, 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 dun. All right, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. The first half of the stream, I'm trying to cut that video and then place it into the playlist as like a, I don't know, accountability video, something like that. The first playlist, the original one, that has 12 videos in it because it's a 12-step program. Y'all know, for those Alcoholic Anonymous, all that other stuff that you see, y'all know that there's that kind of stuff. It's a 12-step program to get over that, right? So the name of the group is Charters Anonymous because, we are addicted to the chase of trading to make money, right? I know that. I'm on charts more than I talk to friends. What friends? I don't even have friends. So, for me, I know that I'm addicted to being right? I'm addicted. Let me stop. I'm addicted to trading. I know that. So it's fashioned around that. It's for people who are addicts for a better future. At least everybody's addicted to something. At least it's a positive addiction. You got the 12-step program that brings you in, right? Cleans you up. Clean out all of that stuff that's in your gut. You clean all that stuff up. And if you choose to join, you join. If you don't choose to join, you don't have to join. People that ain't never been in the mentorship, killing it right now. You don't ever have to join. Never. You ain't never got to pay me a dime. You can do the same stuff I'm doing free. 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 You don't ever have to join. That's for people who want actual mentorship. And I don't care whether you like the way I talk to you or not. If you keep breaking your rules, of course, the market is going to break you. So at least I'm there to save some of it. At least I'm there to talk you through the realness of it, right? Because if you keep running in this circle, chasing your tail, at some point you're going to look up and, boy, you ain't going to recognize the life that you thought you were creating. You thought you were chasing. So many people lost their partners over this, lost their families over this. And they look up with nothing, never gained profitability, but they lost everything for it. And I'm trying to stop you from incurring those losses. It's just if you're willing to listen or not. So we can tell you, hey, stop chasing your tail. You're wrong with doing this. Why won't you watch it properly and take notes? Yeah, somebody needs to be behind you like that, because you can't be trusted yourself to follow it the way you need to. So of course somebody has to be there. And if I'm responsible for the development of you as a trader, if I'm responsible for that, then I'm going to be very passionate about it. I'm going to treat it as if I'm teaching my own, because guess what? My own rejected this. My own rejected this. I learned this for them, and they didn't even want to be a part of it. So of course I'm teaching you like it's my brother, like it's my sister, like it's my mother, like whoever it is. I'm gonna teach you what you need to know, so you don't need me. But if you choose to continue doing the things you are doing, you're going to need a loan. You're gonna need a doctor. And you're gonna need a job if you keep running in that same circle, right? So I'll catch up with y'all soon. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Later, y'all. Tell your mother stop yelling.